So as you probably already know by now, having your Upwork profile properly set up is key to getting more jobs, especially if you're looking for higher ticket jobs. And so one of my last videos, you guys showed me your profiles and asked me to review them as well after I reviewed one of my followers' profiles. So today I bring you three different profiles that I'm going to review, and I'm going to show you the good, the bad, the ugly, and what you can take from each of these, both what they're doing well and that you can implement for yourself, but also what you're doing wrong or what they're doing wrong that you can improve upon. So I'm just going to get started here with Jamie, and I'm going to look at my notes here. But Jamie works on YouTube. He specializes on YouTube, and based on what we discussed, I already know that he works with higher ticket clients and he's trying to get more clients that are higher level and not just like smaller tasks. So a couple of things here on your profile. So one thing that I like how you set this up is that it's more focused towards the actual results that you are giving to clients. Now, there is a couple of things here is I would make certain things a little bit bold so that it's easier to read through. So for example, I would just put this in bold. I would also add here the actual name of the client because you work with clients that probably have decent sized YouTube channels. Adding their name here is going to help give you more credibility because a lot of what you're doing here is going to rely on credibility. So I would add in here the name of the client at the end because that's going to help out a lot. So I also like how you put this up because it's focused on the result and the type of client that you're looking for, and it's easy to understand just by looking at it very quickly. On the specialized profile, so you do have a good job because you do have two, and I already saw that the skills, you did a good job researching the different skills that are going to match type of projects that you want. The one thing that you can do here that's very easy is adding the different jobs that you have in here into the specialized profile. So if you go into the work history in here, you're going to have a edit button, and it allows you to just manually click and add the jobs that you have here. So I would add all of the other jobs that you have into the specialized profiles as well, because then it's going to show up with higher earnings. One thing that is missing here that is very important for you is the job success rate. I would get this up. One way that you can do this very easily, because you already have clients from outside of Upwork as well, I would, if you need to, just get a client of yours that you're currently working with to create a job post and send it to you so that you can sign the contract through Upwork. For one, you're going to be able to use the keywords that you want and tell them to put it on the contract, which is going to help you rank in future jobs. And also, you can ask them to give you then a review at the end of the contract to try to help you get this at least up to 90%. We always like to have minimum 90% in here. And to that point, all of the jobs that you have here, only one of them has, two of them have a review. So you want to get all of your clients to give you feedback. And I know these are older jobs, but any new project that you sign through Upwork, you want the clients to leave a review because that's very relevant. Because no feedback given, like people don't know if you're good or not. And so this is going to help you a lot. So just get people to give you a review. One very important thing for you that you're missing is an intro video. Because of your specific niche, this is like such a low-hanging fruit and great opportunity that I'm sure is going to increase your conversion by a lot. Is just having a proper intro video because you focus, like your main thing is creating or like strategizing great thumbnails and videos that captivate and generate leads. And so the proof that you can give the users is the intro video that you have. And because you also have your own YouTube channel, it's just going to make it even easier. So I would just create a YouTube video, make a nice thumbnail that's going to pop out whenever somebody is looking at your profile or one of your proposals. Put the intro video, and I would make the intro video a lot focused on your results because I see you have here some of your results on your profile, on your portfolio. So walk clients through, hey, I work with this channel, this channel, this channel, this channel, and just walk them through and just showing them some of the results. Because what you want here is to hit max social proof of I actually am doing this. So like these are all great results, but I need to go to your portfolio and actually scroll here to results to see it. And so you want to make this as highlighted as possible. So I would make an intro video that includes your previous results for clients. So the channel growth, the views growth, all of that, show them that on a video as if it were an actual YouTube video. And that's going to help you out a ton. The only other thing that I would add here on top of this is to boost your profile. So you can boost your profile so that it shows up higher whenever somebody's looking for somebody in your niche and for your specific keywords. So I would add a boost your profile. It's super cheap. You pay like a few dollars a week just to get ranked. So I think it's definitely worth it. And especially if you have the intro video, like people are going to see your profile closer up top. And on top of that, they're going to have like this thumbnail that should be very captivating. That's going to get them to click. And that's where you want people to already like get convinced if they wanted to work with you. So I would capitalize more on your social proof and also on the fact that you are doing this for yourself. You run the system for yourself. You have, I don't know, 6,000 subscribers on YouTube. Use your own example as well. When you're telling clients, hey, this is what I do, and here's the proof I do this for all these clients, and I'm even doing this for myself, and I'm generating clients for myself through this method. And so it's just a no-brainer. Like you have so much social proof that you can use and you're not using it. And so I would bank on that a lot more and try to include those things in your profile. Now, moving on to the second profile, we have Shake here, and I hope I'm getting the name right. I love this profile. Most of the work I can see you already basically followed all of the different things in either in the YouTube videos, but also in our Upwork Blueprint. I can see that you implemented word for not word for word, but like the methods that we use. And so I love to see this. So all in all, I have very few notes here. Main one is the hours instead of as needed opened offers. Doing the 30 plus hours per week is just better because it includes all of the others. And so I would just change that, very small change. And then on the specialized profile, you have only one. And based on what I can see from your profile, you do the web development, but you also do web design. And so I know for a fact, because we also have an agency in this niche, CMS development is a good one for you. I would probably add as well web design. I would see for the type of jobs that you want to focus more on, if it's web design or maybe some other, it could be e-commerce website development. That's one of the ones that we use because we specialize in e-commerce in one of the agencies. So I would add a second profile, a second specialized profile for different types of jobs that you're also targeting, because right now you're only like with all work and CMS development. So you can add an extra specialized profile in here that is going to be more for the other stuff that you do based on what I see in your profile. Then the last thing in here that I would add is the keywords that you're using. So in your profile right here, this is all great, straight to the point with actual result that the client is looking for. So this captivates the person that is looking for someone like this. And I love all of this. Everything's great. The only thing that I would tell you to do differently is this, because right now with current Upwork AI system, Luma or whatever it's called, or UMA, this it's going to be optimizing for conversational. So you don't want to just paste like all of the keywords like this. And I see that here you did it a little bit different, but it's pretty much the same. Yeah, keywords. This is just a blob that it's gonna not rank, because Upwork algorithm right now, it's trying to find things more on a conversational way versus just people spamming keywords. And so you already have some of these keywords in here. I don't see a big benefit in adding them here just as a blob. So these are the only notes that I have in here. All in all, you're doing a great job. I love to see the top rated and the available now. So you're killing it, and I'm sure you're gonna keep crushing it with these changes. And I will add as well that I like to see how you set up your project catalog. This is gonna probably be helping you right now with search, because you do have a few good examples in here. Perhaps you can add some more expensive packages if you want to do more expensive work, because you already have a good amount of job success, you're top rated. You can start thinking, if you haven't yet, to increase your prices a little bit more, and get a little bit more competitive and not work as many jobs, but work higher paying jobs. So that's something you can consider. But all in all, great job on the project catalog. And if anyone is looking at this and they don't have it, you can look at this and see how he's using it, because you see custom WordPress website or landing page. This is what people are going to be looking for. This is like keywords that I know people use because I've done the research on this. And as well, responsive Wix website or landing page. These are also things people are looking for. So whenever somebody is looking for this type of jobs, he's going to show up because he has these project catalogs as well. And project catalogs are really big right now on Upwork. So if you haven't done it yet, you definitely should. For the last profile, Abraham. So we had a little bit more of a beginner here. So 100% job success rate is pretty good. I'm not a fan of how you structure this. I like that you've bolded some things and makes it a little bit easier to read, but all in all, you can make this a little bit more engaging. And one of the things one of the reasons why I say this is your price per hour. I think you're competing. I know this is a lower paying job, and it obviously, because you're in Zambia, like you don't need to make as much per client. Nonetheless, I still think because of the arbitrage of if you do good work, it doesn't matter where in the world you are, and people want to hire cheaper, but they also want to hire good quality. And so if you're good at what you do and you start getting some good success in your jobs, you can, for one, try to get your clients that you work with, trying to find new projects that you can work with them, or upselling them on more services so that you have more of a recurring revenue, so that you're not always depending on new clients coming in. But also you can start pushing your price a little bit higher, because you can still make an offer to the client where you give them a smaller price, but because you already have like this standard of $5 an hour, that's only going to put you at the bottom of the barrel, competing with everybody else that's just like super cheap. And so if you've already got some experience, which it seems here that like your success cases and the work that you do, you've done a good job of explaining how do you generate results for your clients, right? So like translating your work into more money or less costs for your clients. So that's awesome. So you already have good positioning. You just need to price yourself maybe a little bit more higher to match like the work that you do, because people are driven by results. And if you want to make more money, you also need to focus on results, which is what you're doing here, but then your price is still very cheap. So I would potentially look to increase your prices a little bit. And if you can go from $5 to $10 an hour, I'm sure that's going to make a huge difference. And so just start with a small change and see what you can get and just grow as you go along. Now, there's a couple of other things that this profile is a little bit not as complete as other profiles that we just saw today. But one of the things is you don't have a project catalog. And because of the work that I've seen you do here, data research and entry for lead generation, you can definitely add lead generation project catalog. Because I'm sure there's some of the things that you've done for lead generation that you can templatize or package in some way. And so I would do that. I would create like packages in the project catalog for some of the most common projects that you've already done for clients, because that's going to give you a little bit more of exposure in the job search and whenever a client is looking for freelancers. So I would add a project catalog. Then on your portfolio, like this is just like portfolio CRM lead generation. Like this is not really ranking for talk. I don't know what this is. This is not really matching with anything. So like a portfolio, like this is a section named portfolio and you have a piece that's called portfolio. So this is not adding anything to the ranking. So I would name this something different. So CRM. Instead of CRM, just call it whatever it is the thing that you're doing. Is it CRM management or CRM automation, Zoho automation or HubSpot automation, whatever it may be? Use the actual words and the keywords of the job, not just like CRM, because that's not searchable. CRM is too broad, because CRM, it can be a keyword that has a bunch of different things, setup CRMs, automations in CRMs, whatever it may be. So you want to make this more targeted towards whatever keywords are for the jobs that you want related to CRM. Because it's similar to YouTube. I can put just Upwork as a keyword on a YouTube video. But if I do how to get more clients on Upwork or how to improve your proposals on Upwork, that is more targeted. That is more specific. I'm going to have less reach, but I'm going to get much more qualified reach, which is what you're looking for here. You don't want everybody to see your profile. And whenever you don't optimize for anything, you're just going to be broad. And so you're going to be competing with a lot more people. And so there's less likelihood that you're actually going to get the jobs. So that's one thing here. And then the specialized profiles. You could probably, there's something related with lead generation. I'm pretty confident. So I would see what types of job categories most of the jobs that you're looking for are in, and then I would create specialized profiles with that, because then you can add more of this skills that you currently can't, like Zoho, CRM, some of these other keywords that right now you can't add in here because you can only do 15. So I would do that. And then the last piece would be a video intro. It's like, I think video intros always play a good role in getting hired, especially because I can see it, at least it says here, you were verified fluent in English. So probably Upwork has, because of the reviews from your previous clients, has considered that you do have good fluent English. So just create a short video presenting yourself that is gonna give people confidence of working with you, especially because of the type of work that you're doing. I know because it's also a low budget type of job, and I've hired for this in the past. It's harder to get a lot of the times people that can do a good job, that they can understand your instructions clearly and actually deliver what you expect them to do. So one thing that you can do here is, if you can show that you're easy to communicate with, you can understand the client's expectations, what they need, and you can actually execute on it and meet expectations, that is going to set you apart from like the hundreds or thousands of people that are offering the same thing of like lead generation, data entry type of jobs. And so people like want to pay cheap for a lot of these type of jobs, but they're willing to pay a little bit more to get higher quality people, because there's so many options for this type of job that they, like, you can either make a race to the bottom and compete on a low price like everybody else, or if you're really good at it and you are like a good service provider, you can stand out from the crowd. And the difference between somebody for like a Western company or entrepreneur to pay, the difference between paying $5 an hour and $10 an hour is not that much. And the difference that it makes, and if you actually are good at what you do compared to if you're terrible at your job, like, it's a lot. Because I've worked with like low budget data entry, like virtual assistant type of roles, and it's always a challenge because maybe you pay very little, but it takes so much of the entrepreneur's time that it actually becomes much more costly. So working with somebody for $3, $4, $5 an hour sometimes is just terrible, because you waste a bunch of time in communication. People don't understand what you want. They don't do the job right. And so it ends up being more expensive for me as an entrepreneur to hire somebody that is just like cheap, but then the cost associated with it for me ends up being much higher. Whereas I would rather pay 10, 15, $20 an hour and have someone that is actually like really good, communicates properly, understands what I want, and actually executes on it properly. It's just like such a game changer. I would much rather pay the $20 an hour than pay the 5. So that's just something for you to take in consideration. I hope this helps you guys. Let me know in the comments if this video is helpful for you. If there's something that you want to watch more specific on how we set up profiles, like some of these guys already basically went through how I set up my profiles and already did some of this, specifically Shake. So if you want to see the video where I go through how to set up your profile similar to this and how we optimize our own profiles, I'm going to link a YouTube video that I recorded just specifically for this, so you can watch it, and leave in the comments if you want me to review your profile or any questions that you have that I can answer to help you get more jobs and make more money on Upwork. All right, peace. See you next week.